Hi everybody, Casey Zander here, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to be super confident with girls in a step-by-step format that you can actually apply to your life. Okay, now if you're anything like me, when you first started your journey, you probably saw a person on screen just like me, okay, and you look at, how they talk, or you look at the way that they carry yourself, and you look at them and you say, that's so out of touch. Like, I could never imagine myself actually speaking a certain way, having the right confidence, okay? All of this stuff, I felt that exact same way too when I first started my journey, okay? That's what you have to know. So here's how I discovered confidence, and here's actually what happened, okay? When I was like 18, 19, I had massive anxiety. Like, we're talking out of all of my friends, okay, I had the most anxiety, and I had every label you could even tell yourself. I had anxiety, I had social anxiety, I was fearful to talk to women, I was fearful to express myself, okay, I had insecurities, I didn't like how I looked, I had everything going wrong with me, like literally everything. When I was younger, I even had seizures, okay, you factor that into it with a slew of issues that I had going on, like I was a mess. Okay, on top of that, my parents were going through a massive divorce at the time, okay, when I was towards the end of high school. So imagine this, imagine you have all these issues with your anxiety, okay, then on top of that, imagine you live in a total war zone. Okay, from ages probably 13, 14 until the ages of 18 when my parents got a divorce, we're talking non-stop fighting and chaos all day. I'd go to bed at midnight, 1 in the morning, they're fighting, they're up fighting by 6 a.m. Waking me up sometimes. Like, as a kid, I couldn't even sleep. So you're going through that, plus you're going through that, plus you have no social skills. Like, you guys got to realize, it wasn't even that I couldn't talk to girls. I seriously couldn't talk to anybody. Okay, so you fast forward through my life for a little while, and then I'm 21, I trip, fall, and I stumble. I get my first girlfriend. Most of you guys, okay, as you get older, will get a girlfriend, or women will naturally come into your life just from you maturing and getting older. There's not a whole lot of guys that I know that as they've aged, even if they have no idea about masculine frame, masculinity, even if they have no idea about any of that stuff, there's not a lot of guys that I know who go their whole life without, tripping and falling into some sort of relationship typically. See, and here's the thing, before YouTube, before any of this crap that most people watch, I had all of the same desires that you probably had, okay? And the desires that I had is I didn't know anything about all this stuff. I didn't know about rotations and all this blah, blah, blah. I wanted basic stuff, okay? And I still think most guys want basic stuff. And what that means is if you had a crush on Sally in class when you're a 6th grader, you didn't want every other girl, you wanted Sally. That's completely normal. Yet everybody's trying to convince you that that's not normal. So I wanted basic stuff. I wanted to be able to go on a date and make it fun. Okay, I wanted to be able to get my first girlfriend. Okay, I wanted that to be easy. I wanted her to love me. I wanted to be able to love her. Basic stuff. Okay, this was basic stuff that you were probably told isn't possible. When the truth is all of this is possible, you just need a way. But nevertheless, in order to get confidence, here's what I discovered. When my first girlfriend left me at 21, it left me at massive pain. So I'm sitting there scratching my head. I'm like, man, I've done work on myself. I've done some sort of self-improvement. I already had a little bit of confidence, but by now I was completely crushed. So now we're talking sleepless nights. We're talking issues. We're talking couldn't eat. Okay, all the basic stuff you guys go through. And I was left super broken. So if I'm left super broken, here's what I realized. The only way change occurs in life is if there's pain. If there's no pain threshold, you won't change. So I was forced to change because I went through pain. Okay, the higher the pain, the more likely you are to change. This left me completely broken. So I started going on my journey. I'm searching for answers. I'm like, okay, what do I have to do? What do I have to do? Because I'm willing to do anything to appear the right way, to be confident, so I don't have to go through that pain again. Here's what I was told. I go on my journey to try to find some sort of confidence. And I was told basic things like, oh, you have to be the alpha. Okay, you have to be the Chad. If you're not a Chad, there's no even point of even trying, because genetically you weren't blessed with a V-taper and a squared off jawline, so you might as well just throw in the towel, okay? This is what I was told. I could have chose to go down this route. I was also told, okay, well, girls only like bad boys. And I'm sitting there scratching my head and I'm thinking, okay, I'm not a bad boy. I'm not in jail. I'm not covered in tats. I'm not any of this stuff. I'm a normal dude. Okay, and this didn't make sense to me because I saw tons of normal dudes. You will even see this. You're going to walk down your local shopping mall, your local grocery store, go out on the street, go to a house party. You're going to see normal dudes having girlfriends. So I'm scratching my head and I'm like, okay, I want success in the real world. I don't want success in alpha Chad bad boy internet world. Because this internet world a lot of people live in is completely fake. Like, it's completely fake. Most of the people, and that's the thing, like, you hear all of these concepts. When I get DMs from these guys like, hey Casey, I have squared my masculine frame and I'm in stoic mode with this girl and I've told her how stoic, and I'm sitting there scratching my head, I'm like, nobody talks like that. I'm like, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of internet road of the internet dude. Like, I want just basic things. I want a girlfriend, basic success in real life. How do I get that? And here's what I discovered, okay? None of this is true. Is there a certain echelon of guy who fits this bill? Yeah, there is, but you gotta understand, there's a lot of normal guys out there that have relationships or have girlfriends or have some sort of base layer of confidence, and it is possible, you just need a way. None of this is true, okay? Here's the real truth. Instead of thinking confidence is something that you build, you act out of courage, you don't act out of confidence. See, this is what I discovered, and this took me 10 years to discover. Seriously, 10 years to discover. Instead of thinking that confidence is something that I need or something that I was born with or that I'm not born with, none of that's true. The fact is I don't need confidence, I just need courage. In times when I'm fearful, okay, I need to do it anyways. Because what I feel on the inside, most people can't tell. See, that's the thing you gotta understand. If you're fearful on the inside to go and talk to the pretty girl, she can't tell. She can't tell that you're fearful. Because if you walk up and you put a smile on your face and you say, I'm gonna do this anyways even though I'm fearful, she sees a guy in front of her smiling. That's going to appear confident. You need courage, you don't need confidence. Nobody has confidence. This is what you have to understand. Not one person has confidence. I was watching videos once. I saw this video of Mike Tyson. He was saying even though he was such a stud, he was such a good fighter, he was saying before every single fight, he sat there scared. And he used to think that his opponent doesn't feel that way. The truth is, on the inside, he felt that way too. He just pushes through and perseveres no matter what. You need courage. Okay, this is the key. So I was like, okay, what happens if I decide to act out of courage? Well, I notice every day I wake up, I'm happy. Okay, if I act out of courage, when I go to sleep that night, I'm feeling good when my head hits the pillow. Not only that, guess what? I am no longer living or operating my life as a win-loss. Okay, like if I have the confidence, then it's a win. If I don't, then it's a loss. No, now it's like, okay, you know what? I face my fears. Whether I get the girl or whether I don't, whether I get the phone number, whether I don't, whether I accomplish what I want or I don't, it doesn't matter. I go to bed feeling good because I'm not looking at life as a win-loss. I'm looking at it as, can I have the courage to overcome my fears? You see, this was a huge turning point for me. And it wasn't until I mastered that, it wasn't until I realized that, you know what, the pain that I went through in the beginning years is what made me into who I am today. These are the stories of my life that I have never really shared with you. And I'm sharing this with you because every time you hear the word confidence, I want you to put a big X through it and I want you to replace that with courage. Because courage is what you need to win in life. Courage is what you need to keep persevering, okay? Here's what I put together for you guys. If you want to learn how to take your courage even further, you want to learn the real way to actually just get basic stuff that a normal dude wants. If you've been dumped in the past, cheated on, heartbroken like I was, I want you to go down below this video. I put together a quick end-to-end training for you. Okay, I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes. I'm going to show you some secret insight that I have not shared with you on this channel at a deeper level. I put the link right below. Okay, and what I want you to do is I just want you to register for that. And I want you to be calm when you watch it. I don't want you to be in this tense mood. You see some of these guys, they're in this alpha mode, this Chad mode. They're sitting there thinking they got to be all these things. And they're left bitter, they're left cold, they're left solid. They don't feel good. Okay, I want you to sit back. I want you to grab some popcorn. I want you to kick back. I want you to watch that. I want you to use it for purely entertainment. Just watch it just for the fun. And when I show you, when I pull back the curtain on even deeper level things that I went through and how I overcame them, not only is it going to motivate and inspire you, but you're going to see secrets that you can actually use and copy into your real everyday life to get results in the real world, not this made up internet world. That's what I want you to do. Hit the like button, guys. Comment and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.